At least I think
Yay.
we ended up proning him.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Believe so.
Yeah, because you kicked him back. Oh, but that wasn't prone. That was just moving him out of the way.
That's their name. Oh. Not used to doing it this way. Nope.
Also, Flint, you have guidance on you. I mistakenly misunderstood the guy in the manacles and thought, oh, it's handled, and I cast guidance on you in my previous turn, so oops. You have that now.
Well, at any rate, I'm going to throw a side blade at the bear.
Sorry, 1 second.
You folks only see a line coming off of me, right? Not a cone?
Correct.
Yeah, a line, well, an arrow, but yeah.
Right, yeah, okay. Because on my end, I see a cone.
He's definitely not unconscious. He had just headbutted Flint for his last bit. So, that's where that's at. But it is Flint's turn.
Alright, I'm going to take a steady aim and throw a side blade.
At?
The bear.
Okay.
I think I'm good on all that. And advantage.
Probably open up these character sheets. They might.
Okay.
Let me see it.
And we crit.
Oh.
Okay.
We crit those.
That definitely hits. Is this the correct damage? 13. Okay. Come on, why shoot? There we go. Thank you. 21 damage. Right out the gate, you see your side blade sink deep into this bear's hide. As much as that makes sense. Anything else now?
Good here.
The chamber of this hallway is filled with bear scream.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and step into the hallway. I will halt its advance.
Okay. It occurs to me, I never...
We could throw the guy up front.
Oops, sorry about that. Did not mean to actually click that.
Okay. No deal there. It is just that. Oh, right. Assuming that's all Flint can do,
That's it.
I'll move on to Shra.
Oh, right. I cannot move, actually, from the deck.
Step in here just to shoot. At the bear, that is. 2 shots coming at it, and then I'll move back.
Both will hit.
And it's a bonus to reload?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll reload.
That sounds right.
And you gotta click that button multiple times to reload.
Never fear to check out Code of the West, which will have firearms
How
under
many?
it. And and reload. Can reload a firearm using their action. Hold on.
How many bullets do I
Or
have?
bonus.
An action, a
Okay,
bonus action, or movement.
5?
Yep.
Oh. Whoops. What? Oh, whoopsies. This is a mistake. I hit the revolver instead of reload.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This rule set that we're using does not list the movement action as a possibility.
Thought there was a movement there.
It's
Action.
just bonuses
no,
and
it's
actions.
your
Your action or your extra attack action.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Anyhow, that being said, those 2 shots, you watch this bear slump.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well, that was quick.
It took 50-something damage in one instant.
I'd call that pretty quick.
It's just a damn bear. Is that everything, Shra?
Oh, you did the first 2, right? That last one was a mistake. The shots I see
Oh, I only
now,
saw 2. I only saw 2.
22 and 23 were the...
Mhm.
Okay. Yes,
Never
that's
saw
it.
the 3rd. Yep. All right. Fair enough.
It was a crit, so I was just making sure you got
Yeah.
the right damage.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my attention to the guy in the manacles, and throw my spear at him. I'd like to be aiming towards his legs to try to more incapacitate and, prone him rather than killing.
Mm-hmm.
There's the one, comes back to me, and I throw it again.
He will take damage from the hit for sure. That's about all he'll do. Why aren't you letting me access your health? There we go. I don't know what's going on here.
Sorry.
Got it. He's looking very rough, though. That is for sure.
Okay, and Steel Defender is gonna go ahead and use his Force-Empowered Rend. Also, just trying to more knock him over, knock him out, than kill.
Mm-hmm. But this gentleman is a trained soldier, or not, or whatever you want to call it. Guard. Oops. Oh, there we go. He is looking woozy, but he's maintaining his footing and kind of visible sweat pouring down his face as he's doing everything to just keep his ground.
Alright, well that's it for my turn.
Sweet.
And
It comes to you as you've just heard a bear down the hallway, shots fired, you don't hear a bear anymore.
Tara will do a little hop and catch this manacled armored guard with a spinning back kick. Shouldn't have advantage. Don't know why it would have advantage.
He will kind of dodge backward. I don't know if you've ever seen Anderson Silva fight, but was just nope, and just kind of get out of the way of people's fists.
Fair. Tara will just continue on down the hallway, letting the momentum of that just push him away from this folk.
You have to kind of climb your way over a large bear, but you are, it's fine.
Exactly, that is the idea. I'm going to climb upon the large dead bear and go down the hallway and smack this person at the end of it.
And you see he's gripping this doorknob here, he looks like he's going to be opening the door at the end of this hallway. I assume you run down and kind of wall run above where the difficult terrain could be from a carcass and get to him. Sure.
And from atop the carcass, even not even wall running, just
sure.
like landing atop the bear. Fat Bottom Girl will reach out and smack him a 1, and with my bonus action martial arts, smack him a 2. And
the first attack will get through.
And I'm actually gonna try to make that a stunning strike, the one that hit.
That's right. He kind of uses his greatsword to kind of glance your fist on the second attack. That will be a 9. No, we'll take that. Okay.
And we're gonna try to make that 9 take me home tonight. Yeah, that's a con save, I believe. Let me. What? That's not. Why would we do that? I need to get in there and fix my shit.
Yeah, because I don't think it's a dexterity.
No, it's definitely not. This is a whole other thing.
I think it is. Come on. I think I can quickly.
There it is.
Area.
Con save. Yep.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do that when I hit the button, but now I have to go find it.
Do you have anything? Oh. Man, I've been fucking up.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. DC 15 con. His save is 21 total.
Well, there you go.
I think we'll beat that 15. If
And that
15
will
is the
end.
right number.
It is.
Right, DC? Okay.
Yep.
It's just the wrong stat. Or that's correct now. You fixed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I didn't, but yes, I put it up there. I put the correct information out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna end Tower's turn then. Totally.
Sweet. His turn. Just a pro tip, it does help to read the abilities that things do, just so you know what's going on. Okay, alright. But all that seems fine. He's kind of in between a almost literal rock and a hard place, so he will attack you. That's what he can really do here. 2 wild swings come in your direction. One is a 15, that's gonna miss. One's a 16, that will miss as well. Ching, ching! Sparks fly as blade glances off metal. But that is what he can do in this instance. The bear, alas, is dead. The major's legacy was short-lived. And Flint.
I'm going to lob another side blade down the hall.
Okay.
It should be in place.
And just in case, this guy is still standing here, by the way, just so you know.
Alright.
Which I really should have done something with him, but I'm going to say that he's kind of out of it. Go ahead. Launch that side blade.
And I'm doing the, where is it? Yeah, I'm steady aiming again. Damn.
Damn indeed. Okay. There we go. Some big damage. As you watch this, as Tower, you can actually see this guy based on all the motion. You watch him kind of brace himself against the doorway as he grabs his head, kind of rights himself. Any other things that Flint can do?
Nope, I'm out of stuff.
Tra.
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. It's trying to hit these shots and get them around your friend and get them over a bear's carcass that's kind of taking up hallway space. It's really hard. It's really kind of tough even for you, and you hear these bullets kind of ricochet off wood splintering in the distance there. They don't seem to find their purchase.
That's it for me.
Okay. I'm gonna hold there, sure. And that'll bring us to Aranella here.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that spear at this guy again. That is my best shot at the moment.
It is a returning spear. The first one nails the wall, kind of sticks in for a second before reaching back to you. The second one will kind of catch him under his... in the, like, right under the armpit area. 11 damage. He will take that. Oof.
Still trying for non-lethal, trying to just knock him down, knock him out.
I understand.
And then, yeah, Steel Defender will bump right into him again.
Making its way there. That, he will succumb to him. As Steel Defender tears into this guy a little bit. Non-lethally, of course, I guess.
I imagine him kind of like sitting on him.
Yeah.
You know, like a big giant dog would come and just...
He's kind of like, you know, he's at the end of the hallway kind of freaking out because he's not in good shape now either, kind of bracing himself for tower and doesn't even see Steel Defender come and just charge and kind of bowling ball him at the legs, and that is enough to finally make him pass out.
Wait, I was going with this guy here in the room with us.
Oh, excuse me. He's fine then. Wrong guy.
And that was for the spear and Steel Defender, right?
Yeah.
Oh! I'm sorry. Okay. Alright. That changes a few things. He would have gone down with the spear.
Okay.
So you can have Steel Defender do something else. That's my mistake.
Well, okay, then
I'm just
Steel
damned.
Defender would go ahead and make his way over here and do that.
Sure. And then, so what I said is still true.
Perfect.
Wait, no, it's not. Steel Defender.
Yeah, he did take that previous
yeah.
damage. But...
He's
and
still
that's it
there.
for me.
What I said is true, except for him getting knocked out by it. Kind of get hit in the leg. Now he's aware of Steel Defender. Tower, it is your turn.
It's hard to know from like an outside the universe perspective. How long would it take Tower to drag this bear carcass back into this side room over here to get it out of the way? Is that like a turn thing? Like you can quickly like roll the bear over itself back into the room in like a wrestling move, or is that going to take a few turns with a couple people?
In the middle of combat, in the height of... Yeah.
Alrighty then. That being the case, Tower will have Fat Bottom Girl just reach over Steel Defender here and take a couple of swings at our friend down the hallway.
And you
Trying
watch
to do a
as,
KO.
in the death knells, this guard with his greatsword is just deflecting the force of Fat Bottom Girl with his blade.
Mm-hmm. And
Let me double check what this means. Okay, yeah, this, that's weird. This ability that this character has, I'll just tell you. I'll be kind, as some people say, or friendly. The ability is called parry, but what it really does is just like, it's almost like shield in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But parry to me means something completely different. That would be like getting to attack after you made the you know what I mean? Like parrying isn't blocking. Parrying is like, no, I get you.
yes,
You know,
exactly. It's an attack
traditional.
after a miss,
Mhm,
like a forced miss. Yeah.
So that threw me. I was like, does he get to hit you now? No.
You know, you're thinking of a riposte.
In D&D, but in reality, when you say parry, you know, like Dark Souls, you knock their blade away and stab them, essentially. That's what happens. Like so.
Well, that's
yeah.
that's the riposte after a parry.
Well, here we are.
Tower's gonna go ahead and do a quick little side roll into this room where the bear originally came out of to try to get out of the way of its friends' attacks that it's noticed whizzing by its ears.
Okay, if you go into this room, you will see first just it doesn't. Well, yeah, you can smell, right? It doesn't smell great in here. It smells. It's not like it's covered in shit. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like a beast lives in here. The walls, the floor is kind of scratched up in a lot of areas. There is like stains on the wood of like kills long ago. There seems to be some like nested area of like blanket and stuff where this creature must have laid down. Bone scatters about. But other than that, the room is empty of anything dangerous. It's probably a good. Let me just go ahead and draw it out for you. What amazing. This one? Let me quickly move him out of the way. I don't like that when you choose a color to draw with, if you don't, oh, come on, draw. If you don't draw something, it just reverts to the old color.
Huh.
Or even after you're done, like if I change back to select something, it'll go to the old color, my
That's
default
not
color, instead of what I just used.
That is annoying. Yeah.
That's what you see when you walk in there, about a space about that big. You moved in here. I kind of just set the scene of what you kind of naturally see in those moments when you get in. Is there anything you want to do in here, or are you just getting out of the way and not do?
Oh, I was just getting out of the way for this moment. Like that. Yeah, there was no further action trying to accomplish in this.
Being like,
time.
you knock his ass out. Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Sure. It will be his turn. Under normal circumstances, he would probably go after you, but since he has an enemy in front of him now, he'll have to go for it instead. That is a 19 and a dirty 20 to attack on Steel Defender. Do those hit?
Yes.
That is a total of 13 damage.
Okay.
And that will be his turn because the other turn is knocked out. I'm just going to delete this bear because it's gone. Flint.
Hopefully one more good side dagger will do the job. Since I've got an ally, I should not need the advantage. I say before I botch. And yeet. I imagine 11 is not going to hit.
Unfortunately, no.
Since I have movement, I am not going to use said movement. I am going to... I think that's about what I'm going to do with this. I will yell down the hallway though. It's like, you lay down your arms now. Because we might be able to try this out.
Okay. I love the ellipses.
Yes.
Make a persuasion at disadvantage because this situation is tense as hell at this point. I guess I should ask. You were meaning to kill this bear, right? I guess you guys have been non-lethal. Actually, those are rubber bullets, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This bear is not dead.
But it's down. So
But it is down. No, it is down. It is not dead.
Sorry, which roll was this again?
Persuasion, please. Disadvantage because...
Persuasion disadvantage, there we go.
You see, if you're looking down the hallway, you can see that this guard spits blood out of his mouth and kind of takes a defensive stance as you watch just him take in the air around him. He doesn't look like he's going to drop his sword. Any other bits?
I'm good.
Draw.
I know you said that Tower couldn't move the bear, but if I were to help, would I be able to tell if the two of us would be able to do that in one round?
I think it's going to take longer than 6 seconds to move what is essentially a grizzly bear out of a hallway. Yes, that's what I think.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just keep shooting then.
You feel like
back
that
to my
first shot
corner.
should really have been true to it, but you watch as the bullet is deflected by his greatsword.
Oh, snap.
Moving back, I assume that's the end of your turn, Aranoa.
Yeah.
That is the state of things.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move to right there. And pull out my bow and arrow. And shoot at the guy at the end of the hall. Twice. And then Steel Defender's gonna do his thing.
Is this a magical arrow or a non-magical?
It's a I don't remember if it's considered a magical arrow because it's not actually an arrow.
Oh,
This magic weapon grants
Yeah.
bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, magic weapon.
What is it? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't actually use arrows. It's an arrow that
If you load-
disappears immediately after hitting its target.
If you load no ammunition in the weapon, it produces its own automatically. Okay.
Right.
And
that's what I do
creating one piece of
consistently.
magic ammunition. Okay.
Oh, there you go. I should just finish reading.
Okay, so he does not split an arrow in half. You just watch it get knocked away and clink against the wall to the side.
Okay. Steel Defender's gonna.
The other one kind of goes wide on him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. Well, there you go.
And he kind of just rests his foot against Steel Defender for a second in order to just not push it out of its own space, but push it off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly he's getting a lot more badass in the
Yeah,
hours
absolutely.
of this
Integration of
fight.
ninjutsu.
It's amazing what happens when you're knocking on, well, death's door, in quotes. Tower, it's your turn.
We'll roll up onto this knocked out bear here and peek its head out around the corner while a whole ass fat bottom girl goes around that corner and attacks this motherfucker down the hallway with a 1 and a 2,
Ooh.
and as a martial arts bonus action, a 3.
Well, the second and the third really don't matter because as he braces himself, it just catches him completely off guard, clocks him around the side of the head as he goes out,
Fair enough.
and he is slumped against the door at this point.
And I know, like, it's, Tower's out of turn, but Tower's immediate thought is getting this knocked out bear back into this room.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So,
How do you?
what? Is
How
that
do
weird?
you? No. Okay, no. I was trying to do a command. There we go. And I accidentally made a song stop. Yeah. Cool. We're trying to get the bear out. So I'll need a strength check or strength checks.
And you said you're helping,
it.
Shra? Sure,
Yeah.
Let's do a strength
I'll-
check each. Or, well,
I
you're
can
helping
command Steel Defender to help too.
Sure, yeah. Let's get them all in. So I can actually do a strength check as a wisdom check, so I'm going to do the wisdom check. That's great. Perfect.
Mhm.
Can I change my guidance to someone else? Can I cast it on someone else? And
But yeah, you can give guidance to other people.
Who do you want to give guidance to?
Wherever you want to.
I'll give it to Shra.
Yeah, I mean, you have to like get up to him and touch him. Sure.
Yep,
Well-
I moved my token.
Strangely
So-
enough, Tower, you're finding the dead weight of a sleeping bear very unruly.
Sure.
Okay. And then Shra, with the help of Shra, after a few minutes, you are able to kind of push this creature into this room.
Fair.
Let me make one roll.
We quickly shut the door and bar it if we can.
One roll. Took quite a bit of damage.
We
It does not
see
appear to
that.
be awake.
Okay.
That's
We saw that
There you go. Well, you saw what it did.
I believe it was this person at the end of the hallway that had the keys. They made a threat, I believe, and opened the door. So,
Let's lock it up.
yep, I'm going to search this person down here to see if they have the keys on them.
So there's two guys and a bear. I'm gonna be getting rid of them for clarity's sake.
Yep,
There's
totally.
a lot going on.
Yep.
But the keys are easy enough to find as they are just like literally re-latched to his side.
Mhm.
And you can lock that door if you wish.
And yeah, we do.
Oh yeah.
Shall we drag these two into this very comfortable looking room up here for questioning?
Yeah.
Sure.
Tie him up.
Okay, we got 2 comfortable chairs right there.
I got a pair of manacles too, so we can put them on the other one. Okay.
That's to me.
Alright.
And do we want to search the rest of this space? There seems to be 2 more doors and another up there.
Yeah.
And we have keys now. Should we just keep them tied and locked up and hope they don't get away? Or
Shouldn't maybe someone keep watch or something?
I am good at keeping watch.
Right.
So
Who's
please
good at
go.
looking for stuff though? Because they should go and look.
Oh, I am not. That's what I'm bad at. I'm much better at keeping watch.
Which door do we want to go through first?
Well, mind the north one. That one's got heavy stuff on it.
Oh, that's right. That's the closet thing. Right. Well, here are the keys. There are a couple doors down there. I'll keep an eye on these 2.
So you sure if you want to lead the way?
Sure. Sorry, which way were we going?
One of the 2
Okay.
doors down south. Right.
I will listen to the one at the far south.
Okay, make a perception check
Let's see, that all looks
based
good.
on hearing.
Oh, right, I've got the shield, so I'm going to take that advantage.
Kind of strain against the grain, trying to pick up whatever you can. You do. It's not a hearing thing at that you get out of it, but you do feel the air. There seems to be some sort of possible cross breeze coming from here. It feels colder as you touch this door than the rest of the room did. It's hard to tell if it's just from an intense fight that just occurred in a small space, but that's about what you can get out of that.
Which door did they all come from?
By all, do you mean the two gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yeah, I thought it was the right.
It is still technically ajar. They didn't close it.
I thought it was a door.
Excuse me for a moment, guys. I have to have a heated conversation with my wife. Just kidding. I'm back.
Like, I think this might be the front door here.
Ah.
Might be rather chilly outside too. I could be wrong.
Should we go through this one? Then?
Yeah, we should check the right door.
As I said,
Yes.
it is partially open.
I'll poke my head in.
You see an area that is. There seems to be a candle on a table. Let me see if I can grab this out. What is that? Yeah, we'll use this. Perfect. And for the rest, nope. You see a room about this big. There seems to be a desk area at that point and a door about here. You can see light cresting around its edges. You see a boarded up window over here.
Possibly another outside entrance in here. There's a lot of light coming through. Should we check them out?
Yeah.
Seems like a reasonable course.
Can I peek through the openings in between the boards of the window?
Sure, make a perception check. It's hard to make out explicit details, but you can see some kind of fuzzy greenery between the cracks. In the distance, you can hear the slight of like horse hooves moving, but other than that, not much detail, as the spaces between boards are not huge.
Yeah, it feels like outside. What's on the desk?
You see a bunch of jumbled papers stacked. It looks like a workspace. I'd say if you want to really get in there and try and figure things out, you can make an investigation. Whoever wanted to do that.
Am I okay at that? Okay. Oh.
What you kind of see a bunch of like half-written things that aren't quite making sense. A lot of numbers that don't seem to. You're having trouble piecing it together. You do find like a bound ledger that you kind of open up, and then there's like a bunch of numbers listed, but nothing. It's hard to make out specifics of what's going on here. Other than that, scattered about, you find what looks to be like a seal that someone's using for correspondence, not like a magical seal, like a letter seal. That makes sense. A letter opener.
Seal.
Essentially, yes, some sort of wax stamp situation there, and some sort of like glass vial piece. The content's gone, but.
You mind if I take a quick look through this?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Feels like more up your alley.
Do we want an investigation?
Sure, I'll let you try again. As by you, I mean the group. Go ahead.
Nice.
I think you have specific reasons that Flint Westhill would be able to start recognizing some of these things. It looks like a ledger for some sort of operation. Something's being transported and bought and sold and distributed. The vial itself, you can tell, is a piece to a larger thing, if that makes any sense. It seems like there's a top piece to this vial that is missing. You can tell based on the glasswork that it has sort of like a screw situation to it.
Like something ties onto the top probably for filling.
Like something affixes to the top of this vial. It is, and I didn't say this before, so I'll say it now. It's about 4.5 inches long, probably only 1.5 inches wide. Cylinder glass.
It had some kind of liquid in it?
It appears to be a vial that would contain something, though the contents of it are gone.
Like there's not any drops or anything.
No droplets.
Can I smell it?
But with the 16, I'll let you do that. And with the 16, I'll also let Flint know that this sort of vial, they're often used in in the medical world. I would say, if that makes any sense. Potion-esque, but not necessarily a potion. Sure, you can make a perception check and try and smell it as your lizard self. It's hard to say what the contents of this was, but immediately your tongue, there's a bitter taste to the space of what must have once been inside here, and your tongue goes a little numb.
Oh, I said smell, but that's okay. Taste is fine.
Remind me how lizards smell?
I don't know.
Awful
With their
depending
tongues.
on how you keep them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure that's why snakes do what they do and things like
They
that.
smell a lot of
Dragon,
smell
dragon,
different.
I
Trick young ladies?
What?
Nothing.
Anyways, regardless of whether you literally put your tongue in the space or not,
Looked like
the
I
act of smelling it numbed your mouth, is what I'm telling you.
Huh. What is going on? What is all that?
Oh, that's me fucking around with FX.
Oh.
It's like it's coming out of my ass.
I don't think I'm seeing any of it, which is even funnier. Cool.
Like, even I had to take an educated guess, I think this is the moving and selling of individuals. But there's probably a vial of anesthetic that they use to sedate.
That's real dark.
Did we have a name for the person that we handed over to them?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What
I
was
assume no one remembers. Is that true?
Yep.
Yep. It was Li Hua.
Right.
Lihua.
Now I remember.
Should we look for that name?
Now, of course, now that I've told you, knew the whole time.
That's how it works, right?
Mhm. If you
It was
didn't
stored in there
remember,
somewhere deep.
if you didn't remember after I told you, I think we would be stopping the session so that you could go get an examination.
I remember Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should we
Now
look for that
that I
name
told you, you remember, right? Anyways,
in there? If you
you don't see names. You just see dates and numbers
Oh.
as you flipped through this ledger.
What did the crust look like? Does it ring any bells?
The wax seal
Mhm.
apparatus. If you turn it over, it will match the seal that you used to get into this space. It seems to be their Ursine Union symbol.
Yeah, but we've never seen that before this.
No,
This is all new.
but
Well-
I'm saying you recognize it as that now that you have seen it before. Is what I'm telling you.
Well, if the door to the right seems like it's actually the outside, I'm curious about what the cold storage room is now.
I mean, I'm not 100%, but it seemed like it looking through the window. I saw or heard horses.
Heard.
Heard horses.
I wouldn't say that you're stupid, especially since you're wearing a band of intellect. It's the outside.
Okay.
At least an entrance to the outdoors over there. To an exterior, I should say.
Alright, I'd like to go to the south door and check to see the state of its locking.
It does not appear to be locked. That guy just never got the chance to actually open the door. You had to have spent time doing it.
Let's give it a crack.
As it opens up, you see about 1.5 feet of space before it drops to another piece of wood that then drops to another, and the light that you're adding to the space is gone. So it becomes dark. Does that make sense? You can gather that there's a descending staircase from this point.
Alright, full open. Let's see what's going on down there.
What you can see is about 15 feet of stairway that leads down before hitting a wall and continuing to the right, continuing to descend. But more or less a blind corner, if that makes sense. So you can probably see a good 6 inches around the next bend, around the bend there. But obviously it is an enclosed hallway or enclosed staircase, so there's a blockage. You cannot see beyond this wall that's in front of you.
Alright, I will take the requisite 15 feet down.
Okay, and let me take a quick moment to try and draw out what I'm talking about. So go so
Is
just
it
imagine
okay?
that these are
If I'm
lower.
helping? Okay, you got it. Never mind.
And then I said it goes to the right, didn't I? But from that perspective, it's to our left. So I hope that doesn't confuse you. It goes another bit. You can see this bit.
I think as actors, we were all pretty good with being able to reverse things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking, it is unlit. You will notice in this corner, though, here, there is a hooded lantern hanging on a hook. It does not appear to have any form of candle or flame function to it. However, there is a little dial on the front. It is a metal hooded lantern. There's a little dial on the front of it, but it is not activated in any way that you can see. It's not giving off any kind of light.
I'm gonna poke my head through and say, "Hey, Sheriff, should we let Tower know?
Let me know what.
It seems to go on down quite a ways, is that right, Sheriff?"
Add another 15 feet to a door with a hood lantern prepared.
That lantern is here, by the way. If you missed that, right on the corner
Yeah.
of where right on the turn down or something. What do you want to call that?
Do we want to maintain our positions as far as Tower staying with them and we continue on, or?
They are manacled. They should be fine, but I'm worried about them colluding to escape together once they're both awake.
Don't worry, Tower's pretty damn fast if hell comes running.
That's right. You can communicate to Tower, right, Sheriff? Even far away?
Yeah, that too. Give me a second. I will come back up the stairs briefly. I'm going to grab the lantern as well.
Okay.
Once I have line of sight to everyone, I'm going to rail spike the party with the comms,
Okay.
which I believe is going to last for 2 hours.
2
Okay.
out.
All right, so I am at the center of radio chatter for that.
Got it. I will come running if things go sideways.
Oh, right. I would like to turn the dial on the lantern to the right, assuming that it does in fact turn that way.
It does. As you do, you see a purplish light begin to build, as much or as little as you turn that dial, filling the space.
Do things show normally with that light, or
How do you mean?
you said a purple light, right?
I did, sure. Oh well, it doesn't seem to be doing anything other than magically producing a purple light, but it does function as a lantern currently.
Just out of curiosity and to be on the safe side,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to wave my hand in front of the light and also try to produce the rail spike.
If I understand why everything functions properly, this does not appear to be an anti-magic lantern
Or anti-psionics, which is
or
good.
anti-psionics. Sure.
All right, with that curiosity satisfied.
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, I still don't know why it's purple, but it's good to know. I'm going to start down the hallway again.
Okay.
Anything of note about the door?
It seems to be simple and wooden, of just some light, the usual kind of metal work that reinforces a door to function properly. Just staring at it, that's all that it seems to be, is just a door.
All right. For shits and grins, because I can see just fine, I'm going to turn the light down on this, and then I'm going to ajar the door, maybe about halfway.
Okay. You see this space opens up into a larger room. Probably larger than any other that you've encountered here so far. Let me just double check this building so far. Yes. And you can see pillars every so often in this area. The floor is dirt, and it is filled with various crates in here. That's what you can see. If I had to wager, I would say the room is approximately 35 by 30 or so is the size of this room. Feet, that is. Did I lose people?
No, I just wasn't sure if you were drawing or anything.
Oh, no, I was waiting because you opened it halfway. But I guess I could. One. Oh, wrong color. See it? That's what I hate. Like, I keep choosing this color. It'd be nice if it just left it till I told it not to, but it won't. 1, 2, 3. So about here. So it's roughly this big. And then I'll say there's going to be a pillar here, here. That doesn't make any logistical sense. So I will fix it. Why isn't this letting me select and move? Sorry. Roll 20 is being roll 20. What on earth? Never mind. There's pillars in here. You get it. Anything you want to do? There doesn't seem to be filled with people from what you can see right now.
I'll move into the room. Is it still colder down here?
It is. It's not freezing down here. It's just colder than the rooms were upstairs.
All right, I'd like to give a quick perception to the room, see whether or not there's anything that stands out beyond the crates.
Now that you're in it and can kind of see the space better, there is a door here, and there is a door here, and there's another door here. And don't worry about that little dot, because that was just a goof.
Do I see a potential source for the chill in this room?
Make a nature check.
This is absolute trash. Bro, you know nature, right?
Yeah, I can help you with that, sure.
Yeah, I will help Shra with that check.
Yeah.
It's like you're sensitive to nature and cold, right?
You get the sense that it's just natural. This is subterranean at this point, and this area is kind of working like almost like a cave in a sense. It is just naturally cooler than the rest of the...
I think it's just because we're underground.
Doesn't hurt to check.
No,
Speaking
it doesn't.
of things that couldn't possibly hurt to check, let's look at one of those crates real quick. Any distinguishing markings on the surface?
You see kind of crudely painted on each the symbol you're beginning to know better and better.
What are the squares? I'm sorry.
Pillars.
Oh.
Yes, sorry. If that's not obvious.
All right. I'll check one, but I'm not going to like it.
And they are not the size of a medium humanoid, for that matter. They're not coffins or anything like that. They look like they're about 1.5 feet deep or so, and
There is a lot of them.
All right, so there's smaller crates than that. Okay.
And they are stacked. They are stacked, multiple stacks. There's probably like 5 deep. I can't really do that. Here on roll 20, but just imagine this is like almost looks like a warehouse at this point, filled with crates. That's what you're stumbling into.
Smaller crates. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, I probably still won't like what I find inside, but let's jimmy this one.
Do you have a crowbar or anything like that that would unseal these boxes?
Of the
Pretty
things
sure I
in my
have
possession
something.
that would be good for jimmying.
In the other campaign, you have my favorite magic item I've ever made, and you never use it.
Oh yeah, we still have that crowbar, don't we? I don't think I have anything on me specifically for prying, unless we count the side blade, which we probably don't, given its nature.
Okay. I mean, I'll let you try to just muscle it. It'll be harder to do, is all. So that's what I'm asking.
I have a crowbar.
Well, okay. Well, that makes
That's
a
also
difference.
problems.
Yeah. Here you go. You're stronger than I am.
And with the tool, it will come up. It's held together with nails, but there's a difference between using a crowbar to pop open the top and trying to do it with your fingers. You know what I mean?
Very valid.
So you will get that crate opened up. What you see are these. You see they're filled with hay, and as you kind of slide the hay around to see what's inside, you hear them clinking at first and finally coming into view. You see those same vials I was talking about. They seem to have some sort of phosphorus, purplish, gas-like material inside of them. Affixed to each top, there seems to be almost, how do I describe it? Like a mouthpiece, if you will, almost that would cover from your nose all around your mouth, and some sort of button-like device on the side.
So basically, it looks like a vial attached to a gas mask, specifically for these are for one of two things.
Not like a full gas mask though, like a sleep apnea cup. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Just the rebreather.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
That is either for sedation or for something else. Well, I certainly won't be the first. God.
I don't know much else to say at this point, other than that is what you find, without any other input from exactly what you want to do.
I would like to shine the the lantern light on this thing just to see if there's any sort of reaction.
There isn't any unexpected reactions. I'll say that. It's purple light on purple mist. That's kind of weird, I guess.
It's trippy, but it's not wary trippy.
Indeed.
All right, I'd like to pry.
You're slowly getting the sense with all this testing that this is just a neat lantern that it seems like Flint has never encountered.
Just a cool thing.
Yeah, and that's fair because Mayfield certainly doesn't have technology like this. But the more you're using it, the more it invokes. It's not necessarily military technology, but that same sort of alienness you feel around the military that you've been with, the King's Guard, if you will, that you were traveling with, their vehicles and some of their weaponry and stuff. It's akin to that.
It's the fancy king, the fancy royalty, weird doohickeys.
This is city folk stuff, if you will. Like the lightning rail. I mean, this is all sort of the same kind of wonder and weird, if that makes any sense for you.
All right, so just for consistency's sake, I'm also going to pry open another crate over here just to see if it's the same stuff.
It is.
All right, I'm going to assume for a minute that all of this is that stuff.
Okay. Oops, that was the wrong move. I did not mean to move that to the GM layer. That's the right move. Okay.
But I now begin to question if this is all the anesthetic, purely on the grounds of there is a metric butt ton of it in here. It's like even if this was some kind of operation, it's like, would we really need this much all in one place?
Are you saying this over comms at all?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna let you know. Purple gas in a mask.
And you're guessing anesthetic, Sheriff.
Hmm?
It sounds more like a weapon of war than an anesthetic, if there's so much. We don't know what this stuff does, but if there's this much of it and it is breathed in, it seems like it is something either very fun for people or something very useful for people.
So given the button on the side, it seems like it needs to be specifically activated.
And given what we found in the office, this seems like it might be something used to subdue people for longer periods of time to keep them able to travel.
I must have missed that. Like, why are we assuming it's something that can subdue people?
It made it made Shraw's tongue numb.
Oh,
So
okay.
it might be a paralytic agent.
Sure.
Given the way that it is all here and distributed, it's about 50-50.
Can I do a nature check on the gas?
Ooh, how?
I guess I'll have to take a small whiff. Well, I was thinking, given the color of it, that might just spark something too. Can I first just do it based off of what I'm seeing? Yes? No?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think about what kind of information you get to have by just looking at the gas in the pot.
Well, I just feel like it's an unusual color. Maybe it's not for this world, but
it is not like a true purple. It is a vibrant purple, for what that's worth. And you can see that this gas is certainly moving within this vial, and it kind of has almost an iridescent sheen in places as it kind of twists and turns within.
would I
It
be
does
able?
not feel very natural.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Like a gaseous glitter bomb.
Sort of.
Can I do an Arcana check on it then?
Sure.
Let's see. Ooh.
Straw, do a
On
thing.
24, I know we don't really do the whole, oh, you botched your check or you crit your check here, but you've rolled very high on an Arcana check. On a 24, this does appear to have some sort of magical property to it. I wouldn't necessarily classify this as a magical item by any means, but you do detect the presence of what we call in this world Heka, which we would know as another word for magic.
Definitely seems magical.
That's kind of an old tongue word for the arcane. That if anyone wants to scoop up some of that lore dump.
I just did. Yeah, it's a It's
The term was Heka?
it sounds pretty similar to a real world term I know that has a lot to do with magic. Wicca.
I mean, out of game, I can just tell you, like, that is the Egyptian word for magic. That's where that's coming from. I'm not trying to trick you as players.
With no trick.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to confuse you as players.
No, yeah.
I know I do that a lot, but I really try not to, I promise.
And of course, Wicca is the original religion and magic and all that stuff, and it's very ancient. You all know that, though.
Yeah, this shit is hecka magic.
That is HEKA for anyone that gives a crap.
That is not what I wrote down, so I will change that.
And I did add the Pantheon, a preliminary list. It just kind of has all the gods there and their domains. It does have their alignments, and I'm very torn. I feel like I should get rid of those because maybe we don't care.
Alignment is not really a 5e thing. I don't know.
Well, it's listed in the book with these gods, and of course people like gods like Set and Apep. We definitely kind of associate as maybe on the more evil scale in terms of gods, but that's kind of any given character or being in this universe makes that call themselves, right? How do they view that person? So, don't hold on.
Don't
to
read
that.
into it.
Yeah, it's there, but don't worry about it. Really, you can formulate your own opinions. Go ahead.
Time has passed since the fight.
Oh, I would say a few minutes because you've dragged that bear in. You've been gingerly walking down staircases. You've been inspecting crates. So it's been a good
and a whole room too.
5 or 6 minutes at least.
Okay.
Yes, and a whole room. So make it 5 to 10 minutes at least. I know it's a big range, but
no, it answers my question. It means it's not long enough for a long rest, but if that bottom roll is gone, yeah, it's perfect.
Well. And you do hear the musings of a large entity waking up in a room at this point.
Good call locking the door.
Not in a hostile manner. Just, something is coming to consciousness.
Please forgive me for the following question, but if I were to take a stone tablet and chisel in a bunch of mystic runes to effectively create a scroll, is it technically a circuit board?
Who knows? Actually, to make that answer, yes, I know one key component it's actually missing, but that's me. So that's what's happening. You've opened these boxes, you found these, I'll say devices for lack of clarity that I can think of. And assuming you've checked 1 to 3 boxes, you're confirming that these crates are all the same size, and they seem to be filled with the same contents.
Erno, you can identify things, right?
Yes, if I have 10 minutes.
Should we take the time?
Yeah.
Or should we just take one of these vials for later?
You hear over comms, the tower says, it's all clear up here. We have the time we need, I think.
Sure, I'll go for it.
Well, we checked that over. Can we go to maybe another room?
Mm-hmm.
What are you identifying? This item?
The gas. Yeah.
Mysterious purple hecka gas.
We're gonna have fun with that one.
Yeah, it's so hard when, as a DM, you make something completely brand new that doesn't really apply to certain rules, right? And then you have to figure out how to handle things that want specific rules. What you glean from this gas seems to be some sort of mind-altering substance. It's not really magically mind-altering, but there is magic in it. Is that super confusing?
No.
Okay.
Can I also inspect the actual device that they connect to and see if it looks more like something you are able to put on yourself or something that needs to be strapped onto you and is difficult to take off of yourself?
The answer to that question both those questions are yes, you can put it on yourself. You would almost need to. There's no strap involved. But if I've also confused you that way, it is literally like a little glass vial piece with a mouthpiece that you would hold. If you were to try to use this, you'd probably hold it by the mouthpiece and hold it to your face and then click this button perhaps that inspecting this now and using Identify, you can tell. You would press this button device to release gas into the mask, and you'd probably breathe the substance in, and then.
So, I guess
based
because
on your
you
findings.
compared it to a CPAP, I thought of like a strap
Right,
over
yeah, I
the
know.
head.
Yeah, I get that.
But now I see. I understand.
It's a CPAP without the strap.
Right. It's just the cut piece that I'm trying to describe on top of this vial that this vial screws into.
So you're saying it sounds like a fun gas rather than some kind of rage war gas.
I'm thinking it's just narcotics.
And also between the nature and the arcana and the Identify, piecing those puzzles together, Aranoa, based on the kind of stuff you do, you'd know that this substance is kind of akin to fluids or this isn't a fluid, but it is akin to the kind of things that are like fluids that are used in some magical devices or machineries in this world. It's not exactly it, but it holds the same components of. If that also helps clarify.
Like magic propulsion juice? Is that what you're saying, or
could be? It's not literally magic propulsion juice, but like
power. Just general magic power. This is like a kind of substance that can be.
It's almost like coolant. It's almost like someone took. It's like someone took bleach, and someone took OxyClean, and
we're huffing magical antifreeze.
Yes, yeah, I get it. Yeah, totally. I'm on board. For like both like what the idea is and also to try it. Like, do we have any?
I do actually want to dig out several vials if I can to take with me for further study, as well as seeing if I can use them in some way.
If nothing else, that mechanism to release the gas and breathe it in can be used to deliver something else that might be more useful.
Yeah.
So also with this, so I want to help clarify this so we're all on the same page too. These vials, each vial has its own cut piece, right?
Great. I love it. I want to take multiple of those.
Does not look like this comes out without releasing what's inside.
Argano can rig it to do that.
I'm not saying she can't. I'm saying this device currently in hand, each one has its own cup, and these look like one-time use items.
What a waste.
Currently. Well, it doesn't look like you don't see any loose vials in them. How about that?
Right. I get that.
You only see
consumer use.
You only see these items. Correct.
All right, now that we know that we've busted a narcotics ring, let's see what other dirty deeds these guys are getting up to.
And how expensive they are.
I hope they're cheap.
Indeed. I mean, certainly there must be a price above dirt. I vote up. Who else feels up?
Sure.
Yeah. Before we go, am I able to get some of those to put into my bag?
Yeah, you can grab those. I just wanted to make sure you understood what you were grabbing. And that sort of thing. I didn't, each crate, you can tell, has about 8 in them. I'll let you take what you want, I suppose.
I look back to Aranoa. It's like, for evidence or for science?
Both.
Good answer.
I also possibly for fun.
Yes.
Is this art?
After much experimentation. But yeah.
No, that's a question for like legality reasons, right? Drugs are illegal in our world. Is this kind of thing an illegal thing in this world, or is it just like something that happens? You can just do it. Like there's no laws against this. I don't know.
This would probably, you can assume this is illegal, especially under the circumstances.
Okay.
This doesn't look like something on the up and up. Like people smoke tobaccos and other things, but this seems like a whole nother level. You don't really know the specifics of what this does and what it does to people, so you can't say for sure.
But there are laws in this culture against substances that can fuck people up in a fun way, just generally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say yes.
Okay, yeah.
I would say there are things that are at the level of heroin and cocaine in this world that are still considered like in many societies as not in our city kind of situation, right? Maybe there are communities and places where that is not the case.
Well, that being the case in this world, Tower would be more hesitant about actually
And especially where you hail from, there are opium dens in areas. They are frowned upon in some areas too, but maybe it's a little more okay in some of that culture than it is here.
And then Tower has all those complex feelings about drugs.
I mean, there's probably opium dens here too. I'm just, people do drugs.
Evidenced by the current circumstances.
Yeah. It's just a good thing to know, like, where we stand as society here.
Yeah, this feels like it's crossing the line for sure on what's tolerated. That's what I'll say. Just based on your party's visual assessment of what this is, what's going down here, the fact that this is like if it was legal, it wouldn't be in an abandoned building, right? Yeah.
Secret mage distribution.
You can illegally sell legal things.
That is true. That's certainly true. But for the answer that you're looking for, I would say that it's illegal.
Thank you.
We understand that there's nuance to that, right? Right. There are times where maybe it's not illegal, but in this case, this seems to be an illegal operation. Yes, I think you've put those pieces together,
and that matters a lot for at least my character. So, thank you.
On some level, this is illegal, whether it's this because of the substance or because of how they're distributing the substance. This is clearly not going through proper channels if it's being done like this.
One way or another, we're going to find them.
Understand.
So I heard opening that door. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. At this point, just opening doors.
I need to draw a
shape. I'm waiting for my reckless abandon to haunt me.
This door is locked.
Do we still have those keys?
You should. I handed them over to you.
Yoink. Let's thumb through this ring real quick. Nope.
There's only a few keys on it, and you do finally find one that will work. It opens up into a space. There's a pillar in the center of this room. It is not lit. It is quite dark, but you can see. You do not see anything upon first looking through this door, except for that pillar. You can find a hook on the side of the pillar that faces you, where you could hook a lantern if you wanted to. This is also a dirt floor. There's no sign of any kind of windows or walls. On the left, you can visibly see some kind of scrawling in the stonework. And you can hear, because it's a small room, you can hear the sound of gravel being displaced. Does that make sense? Lightly from the back of this room. But you can't exactly see what is making that sound.
All right, I'm going to crank up the light on the lantern, give the room a good sweep.
Make a perception check.
Magic thing.
Make a perception check.
Perception, you say?
Mm-hmm. You hear that gravel sound again, more fervently? Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that a word? Did I make it up?
No, you're good. Yeah.
I think it means what I want it to mean. But you do not see what makes it, but it's definitely emanated from the back wall.
All right, I would like to move just into the room and to a side so that I can look past the pillar.
Okay. Trying to look around. What you can see there, you see you see from mid-thigh down, just a dirty, pale foot that kind of, as you follow the sight line of what appears to be someone's leg, that kind of just ends in a pair of ripped pants. And if you're just peeking around the edge, that's kind of, with your sight line, just kind of seeing around without getting too close. That's what you can kind of make out on that angle.
All right, I would like to continue moving to the side until the dramatic reveal.
I hate that this is just drawing stuff constantly. Get rid of this. There's a little dot right here I can't get rid of. It's driving me insane.
Isn't this the one to the left?
Yes, it's a black box.
Is it gone now?
Yes, it was you.
It was my fault. Yep.
I should still be able to get rid of it.
You should.
However,
it might have been on the token layer. That might have been it.
I should be on the token layer.
Well, there you go.
Well, I am now either way. Looking for that dramatic reveal, chasing. This is becoming a little awkward, but following up from what you were seeing, you now see kind of recoiling from the light in this darkness, the badly beaten, abused form of Li Hua, excuse me, kind of chained to the wall and recoiling from you, essentially being the bearer of this light into the space. Without even needing to really assess, you can tell that she has been brutalized, and I mean that in pretty much every sense of the word. That's as far as I'll take that description. Agab, am I right?
Sorry, I'm quickly looking for an appropriate oath.
I mean, that's it. All guards are bad.
Oh, sweet merciful Ra, what did they do to you?
If you're waiting for a response, you're really not getting one in this moment.
I'm not. I'm just gathering my bearings on it. Also, I'm gonna send that up to Tower. We found Li Hua. Looks like absolute shit.
Looks like shit. How do you mean?
You know how people use terms as figures of speech? Well, she is likened to a pile of feces right now. With just how awful.
Coming to your senses in this space, that odor is also kind of emanating as you realize this person has not been taken care of in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
Oh man, it's like she has gone through hell down here.
We may have, well, at least I may have assumed the worst when we saw her taken down here, but not in this way.
But she seems conscious. She is
Sort of.
aware of things around her.
Sort of.
All right, I'm going to do a quick check.
That confidence and vibrato that you when you first encountered her is gone. She's more akin to a child in this moment than anything. If that helps.
Look, Li Hua, follow my fingers. Are you with us right now?
And you're not getting that kind of cohesive response in terms of there's like a slight, like you see some sort of recognition of like eye following, but it's not correct by any means, but they're not dead.
Is there any evidence of the gas masks having been used in here? Any leftover materials?
Well, how would you like to find that out? Kind of like surveying the space, or are you inspecting Li Hua, or are you inspecting this room? That's what I want to ask you.
I am inspecting the room first for physical.
Okay, go for it. Make an investigation.
There.
You kind of sift through the refuse in this space. What you do end up finding is some broken glass near the door, near the entry point. And based on it and the kind of shape that it's left behind, it does appear to be at least one vial here at one time.
Yep, she is on another plane right now.
Should we take her with us then? We can't leave her here.
No. In no sense of good conscience can we leave her like this.
No.
But she's dead weight at the moment, though. We pick her up on the way out.
Should you heal her a bit?
I'll see what I can do.
Before you do that, and I hate to be that guy, this is a dangerous person. Perhaps she might be fooling you. Is there a way of checking to make sure that she's not
I will throw it. I will throw the insight at it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Fair. But Tower would be suspicious. It's just Tower.
So, if I understand the question, you want to find out if she's dangerous?
If she's actually secretly lucid and looking to hurt us.
Oh, and you did insight, sure. Based on 11, she's hard to read. If she's acting, she's selling it.
All right, let me see what I have available as far as.
If you want to like really inspect her in some way other than like just trying to read her basic, get her vibe. If you want to actually like inspect her, someone can do a medicine check as well. I'll allow that.
Yeah, my medicine is garbage, so.
That's how I kind of view insight. I feel like it's like, what's their vibe right now? Right. But that's totally different.
Yeah, that's part of insight in my mind. The other part is like, is this situation correct or is this situation wrong? Like, how insightful are you as a character to what you're walking into?
I understand that too, yeah. But I'm saying in this case of like,
Oh, yeah.
there's
Yes.
medically examining someone, and then there's like figuring out what's their deal.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, my medicine's not great either.
I have been studying, but I've not finished the book, and I'm also very far away.
And also, that med kit might not have what we need.
I mean, anyone can try it. I'll say that too.
I'm not great at it.
Well, fuck it. Let's just bring her.
No, I'll go check her out. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm not good at it, so I can't do it. Because
Exactly. Like, I hate that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
17 medicine. Just happens.
Right.
So you kind of get in there and kind of shine a light with that lantern light to kind of track her pupils. They are heavily dilated. But you do see that they're not, she doesn't seem to be catatonic. There's somebody there, but they're just deeply affected by something other than themselves. And as you're kind of doing this breakdown, she doesn't appear to have any broken bones. She is heavily bruised. There are some cut, like scrapes and such. The area, skin around her wrists, where these shackles are kind of keeping her to the wall, have been cutting into her, as she, at one point, it seems, had been struggling pretty heavily. And not to bury the lead, but the part that's really noticeable to you now that you're up close and you're kind of inspecting her is as you kind of pull back her lips to reveal her teeth around her gums. Her teeth are stained in this verdant kind of purple coloration, much like the gas itself. And now that you kind of see that, and you can see her lips are darkened as well.
Well, it looks like she's definitely had that gas used on her.
Well,
So this is the end result of that.
Probably been blitzed out of her mind for days.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be too careful.
No, I agree. But Sheriff, I think you're right. We should maybe leave her here for now and come get her when we're ready to go, and maybe have a word with these so-called guards when they wake up.
The gods, why did we come back to this town? I'm kidding. It's exactly for this purpose.
To be clear, Arthavis is a city. Mayfield's a town.
I will talk down to this town if I want to. All right. Any calls on which door to check next?
Nah. I mean, we don't know what's behind them. They're all the same at this point.
And actually, as long as we're here, does she look like she's like hit points missing, jacked up right now, or just her hope and optimism gone kind of damage?
Based on that medicine check, and I just want to be clear, don't worry, I'm cringing myself out. You can tell that she has suffered injuries recently. Some of those bruises are fresh, so I would say yes, she is currently has taken some points of damage. For
Leon hands 10 points worth.
You kind of see that she's still under the influence of something, but there's a surge of vitality that kind of is restored to her, and her eyes go from kind of woozy, dazed to like rapid. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's like, we're going to need you to hang in there for a little longer. Unfortunately, I have no means by which to detox you, but we're going to make sure you get out of here.
You can see recognition in her eyes when you say that to her.
Like, we're sorry about everything that's happened here. Nobody deserves this.
Still not speaking words, but there was an exchange of understanding, I suppose. I don't know what that effect was supposed to be for, but I see it.
There are two other doors in this room, right?
There are two other doors. One slightly smaller, one more normal. The smaller one is further to the south, as you can see. They are visually represented as their size, I suppose.
Oh, right. There was...
I meant the room we're in.
Oh, no, that was the only door. Sorry.
Also, there was like markings and scrawlings on the wall.
Yes.
Anything recognizable?
Now that you're closer and looking at it, it doesn't look like language. It looks like tallies, as there are other points on this wall that hold shackles. Perhaps this was some other captives doing.
Is she restrained?
But it's too far from where she is to be her. That's for certain.
Is she restrained at all?
Yes, she is shackled to that wall.
Oh.
Her arms, she is bound by the wrists with chain, with a shackle. She cannot, as her predicament in this time.
So, we're gonna free her, yeah? and then tie her up.
I don't think she's in a state to do a whole hell of a lot currently.
Well, we maybe should tie her up before she becomes back into a state where she could do something.
That was my thoughts.
You know, she did come at us. There's a reason we brought her here in the first place. It just happened to be that these people are horrible fucking people.
We fucked up and
Oh,
let her
yeah.
into the hands of the wrong people.
Let us be clear here. We followed every inch of the law, and we put her in the hands of the wrong people who were hired to do the wrong job. We only slightly fucked up, if fucked up at all.
I'm a coward.
Um,
Well,
Inadvertently causing suffering is still causing suffering.
True.
This is doing my heart no favors. All right, let's keep checking this place for now. I'm gonna keep looking around. If you guys wanna try and make her more comfortable, feel free.
wait, so you don't want to check to see if one of those keys works on this?
I suppose they probably would. Perhaps. Any of these look like medical keys?
Did we lose the DM?
On mute.
I'm muted. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, there is a key. If you fumble around and try, that will work. You can choose to unlock these or not. It's up to you.
I do think we should tie her up, though. We'll bring her with.
Yeah, I'm on your side. She should probably be brought up here to this room too, so I can keep an eye on her as well.
All right, that all sounds well and good. I'm a little short for this. Would somebody else catch this?
Huh?
My dwarven stature versus those manacles.
ah.
Alright. Unless you want to unlock her now, and I'll get my rope ready to tie her up.
Sure. Yeah, I'll unlock her.
The manacles will come free. You do not see her make any sort of aggressive acts towards you.
No. Bound her wrists behind her.
Okay.
I guess I can lead her up to the Roomba Tower.
Sure.
Yeah, I prefer not to take my eyes off of these two, just in case.
Okay.
Do we need to go through the movements, or?
No, the way there, she is very despondent. She is sat in that room. She's there.
And Tower, yeah. We'll keep an eye on her as well as them, sitting them apart from each other.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, maybe keep line of sight out of, so she can't see them.
Cool.
Sure, at least for now. We'll see.
I know it's 9:07. We usually stop around then. Did you want to check any of these doors first?
Yeah, I would say we can check doors real quick. It sounds like that probably might be quick, unless we find something. And then that would be the end, I guess.
Sal feeling good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This door's not locked.
All right. Reckless abandon.
Just opening it up with reckless abandon.
Yep.
The door opens recklessly. You are greeted by the smell of salt and the sound of water lapping against a structure as you open up into a small cave-like area and a small dock not too far beyond the door, leading into an enclosed space with an opening at the end that you can see opening into the sunlit expanse. Can't exactly see what's beyond that, but based on the water in front of you, you get the sense this is opening up to that grand river. We all know the name of it, so I won't name it here. That runs from all the way up northeast and goes all the way down out into the Wild West that we were exploring before. Wherever this is, it borders that. And you do, in fact, see a small felucca resting there, which would be a small boat. Can I perhaps...
It's like one of those fancy
There we go.
Egyptian boats with the...
Yes,
Well, they've got quite the setup here.
and they are quite common boats to see trailing along this large river. It's how a lot of people do travel down it, but that is what's here beyond this door.
Nice private little river access for any smuggling what needs doing.
They've got a full river running operation. So we stumbled onto something big.
And the closest point for this river from Arthavis isn't too far. It's like a few miles on the other side of the road. Like if
Oh, wow.
Arthavis,
Yeah.
if you're traveling on the road and Arthavis is to the left, this is a few miles to the right. You've been passing along this river. I haven't really said it this whole time because it does kind of pass near Mayfield. That's the river that you interact in Mayfield isn't this river, but is a splinter portion of this river. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like a small piece kind of splinters off that and travels down near Mayfield, where Ravens Hill is.
Like
But
a
as you're
little
traveling
capillary.
excuse me,
Like a little capillary.
correct. And as you're traveling to Arthavis, you are seeing the river proper when you're making that trek. It's just kind of, it's not right next to the road or anything. It is in view though. Yeah, you can move on from here if you want, or you can, I don't know, do whatever you want. It's your show.
It's not a show.
Well, as long as we know what that is at the moment, we should probably check the lower right door for completionist sake.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yes.
This door isn't locked either.
Yeet.
Kicking it open?
It would not with so much gusto, but
You're opening it and walking through.
Yeah.
As you enter the space, you are immediately greeted by the presence of 6 individuals who are deep in work as you have
Oh no.
come into a space that seems to be a production.
maybe we hit this.
And you moving in with that gusto, they all kind of stop what they're doing, whoops, turn and look at you, and that's where we'll end. I'll put 1 in here for now, but as I said, there are 6. I'll just go out now. I don't want to do it like that, though, do I? Because I need them to be individuals, I think. Will they be individuals this way? We'll find out. Yes, you have found the lab, if you would, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, and on that note, I'll do one of these. As you come face to face with 6 other guards, deep in work. Unless you have a one-liner, Flint.
Give me a second. I do. I definitely. Just a moment. Let me see if I can. I think it's past the point. Damn.
All right.
I was like, who had the coat on blue?
This place is fun and fucked up as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a big mood here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mood.
I'm ready to start fires.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel bad when I make stuff like this, but there are bad people in the world,
hmm
right?
Yeah.
And that's the point of the game. We beat up bad people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's about goddamn time I found something black and white enough to just smite.